So I'm here in Calgary. I'm being picked up at the airport by Peter, staying at his place tonight, and then tomorrow we're on our way out to the Sticks to play the East Coast Kitchen Party out near Nordegg. It's so far in the Sticks, there's like no cell signal. But first, I've only got 10% left on this battery, so but for some reason, when I'm in landscape like this, I prefer to be alone. And I don't know why that is. It might be that I'm pretty emotionally dead inside, and I can't be that way when I'm surrounded by this. And that maybe that it makes me uncomfortable to be around people and having all this stuff well up inside me or something. I don't know. I don't get it. But I like to be alone with my thoughts. Just to sit and breathe in the clean air. Oh, weird. Anyway. I would love to know how long a hike it is from that gate on the other side of the road to the foot of that mountain. When you're looking at the province I live in, and this province I'm sitting in right now are diametric opposites in many, many ways. You know, you come out to Alberta and some people have a bit of a chip on your shoulder over being, you being a Quebecer and everything, but, oh, wind. I hope you can hear me. But I don't personally subscribe to any of that crap. I don't subscribe to, the idiots at home who think that, Quebec isn't getting a big enough piece of the pie, and I don't subscribe to the idiots here who think that Quebec is not really part of Canada or any of that crap. I think, at the basic level of everything, I think it's time for us to stop giving in to all the freaking anger that's going around. It's like, just be nice to people. I'm sitting here 4,400 kilometers from home, and I guarantee you I can find things I have in common with everyone I meet here. There are hundreds of people here, and I guarantee you I could find something to get along about with every single one of them. And it's funny because a couple of times, like standing in line for supper or whatever, every now and again someone gives you a bit of a rib about, the Frenchies and everything, but it's actually not in an angry way when you're standing next to somebody. It's a funny thing, you can all laugh about it, and I think it's because if you have a chip on your shoulder about someone, no matter where they live, and you put yourself in a room with one of them, and speak to each other and realize that this is a human being with all the same processes going on, you can get along with that person, man. I think about this a lot because it's like I've dropped a little girl into a world that's ripping itself to shreds, and everywhere I look there's opportunities to not do that. It's just people are not grabbing those opportunities. And I'd be lying if I said I was a very happy person. I really don't like my life very much, but I find things to like. No, that's being too modeling. I try to find the good in everything more than I did before I was a dad. And that's a selfish way of looking at it, because anytime you hear someone saying, as a father, I, or as a mother, I, or as a parent, I think that's selfish. That's like, you didn't care until you suddenly had a dog in the race. So I really try to never say, as a father, I, unless it's followed up by something like, as a father, I try to be the best dad I can, you know? But that being said, I do have a dog in this fight. I have a dog in the fight to make sure I'm leaving that little girl the cleanest world I can, and to teach her to maintain the epic love she has for the world in her right now as a 6-year-old. She loves the world. You know, we go for a nature walk and she's running around and she's looking, and hey, there's a frog, there's a blah blah blah, you know. She will not lose that on my watch. She will not lose a love of the world on my watch. And that is more than just finding joy out in the wilderness as she does. It's not giving in to this stupid hate that's going on everywhere. It used to be that the extreme right was kind of evil and like cruel, and there was a real groupthink going on, and the left was all like kumbayas and fuzzy wuzzies and warmth. But today, man, both sides, when you get far enough, both sides are just toxic. And I was pretty social justice warrior for many, many years, and I don't have the energy to be that outraged all the time anymore. And I think that will make me a better dad than was the angry guy who was like, I gotta stop injustice for my kids' sake. I still think we gotta stop injustice, but I'm not always angry about it all the time. I have all kinds of other things to be angry about all the time. One thing I do like about coming out here is I always get to try new beers that I never ever taste at home. Getting too windy. Speak to you later. Home sweet home. As soon as I got off the plane, an oppressive wet heat hit me like a ton of bricks. So I guess I know what the weather's like here.
Il fait chaud.
Il fait chaud.
Il fait froid.
Il fait froid.
Il fait all around.
Il fait all around.
Pow.